Hey guys, Side Hustle Vicky here, and I have a video for you guys today. Today I am going to be sharing just tips and tricks on how I work with my buyers who have a more modest income, finding a home that has the most of what they want that is in their price range. So if you are in the market and you are looking for a house and you are in a competitive price point, or either if you're a real estate agent trying to help someone who is at a more modest price point, then today's video is for you, and just keep watching. Alright, okay you guys, so I am currently sitting at in the Starbucks parking lot, about to head to my showing. Whew. Starbucks coffee be so good. Okay, but anywho, I thought this video might be beneficial for those of you who are first-time home buyers, or those of you who are real estate agents who are struggling helping buyers who have a more modest income. So I have been doing real estate for 2 years now. Most of my clients that I have worked with are first-time home buyers, and most of them have purchased under $200,000. So for those of you who are not familiar with the real estate market here in Nashville, and a lot of my clients have purchased way below that number. And sometimes it can be really hard to find people a house that meets their criteria, or that is even just a decent home, especially when you're looking under the $200,000 price range. I have helped quite a few people purchase something in a price range that is under $200,000, and they all seem to be very happy with the home that I found them. So today I'm just going to be sharing with you guys what my particular strategy is on how I find these homes for my clients, and how I ensure that they get their offer in on the table first. Alright, so I just arrived at the property and I am getting ready to show it to my client. Okay, so I just arrived to the property and we are about to go in and check out the house. Alright you guys, so my client really loved this house. We have looked at a handful of houses over the past 7 months. I've actually been working with this client for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years. I think I met him on Facebook when I first got my license, and I just kind of sort of followed up with them until he was ready to actually buy, which was at the beginning of the year. And because of COVID, it's kind of sort of slowed the process down for us, but we are determined that we are going to find something before the end of the year. I think that is really what he had in mind and what he really wanted. So I'm about to email my client the contract, and then I will come back and talk to you guys a little bit more about what my game plan is with this particular property and other properties that I have sold in the past, on how I guarantee that my clients get their offer through and that their offer gets accepted. So that did not take long at all. I already had the contract pre-typed up. I just had to go in and change a few things. So my 5 tips on how to buy a house when you're buying in a price point that is a lot lower than what the average sale price is in a particular area. The first tip that I have for you is to work with a great agent. I'm not saying this to get people to try to use me as an agent. I'm just saying this because this is a fact. If you are going to be buying at a price point that is very competitive, you need an agent that's going to be be honest with you. You need an agent that's going to be patient with you, and you need an agent that is going to work and do what is in your favor. So as most of you know, real estate agents, we get paid off of a commission. So whatever the sales price of the house is, we get a certain percentage of the sale price. So some agents may not be motivated to work with people who are selling at a lower price. So if you're working with people who are purchasing a house under $200,000 and the market says that the average sale price is $360,000, your commission is going to be a whole lot less. And when I say a whole lot less, your commission is going to be a whole lot less than if you were working with someone who is buying a house at the $360,000 price point. For the most part, it takes about the same amount of work to help somebody who's buying $360,000 worth of home versus somebody who's buying $200,000 worth of home. So tip number one is make sure that you've got an agent who is not going to put you at the bottom of their priority list or just not even be motivated to help you at all, because they know that their commission check is not going to be as large as it would be if they were helping someone else who could afford more home. So the second tip that I have for you guys is to have realistic expectations. So whether you are the agent or whether you are the buyer, you need to have realistic expectations. Before I work with people, I always like to have a face-to-face meeting. And during that initial meeting, I always ask people, what budget are you looking to buy? What are you looking for in a house? So how many rooms do you need? How many bathrooms? How many square feet? How much yard? And that way I have a good idea of what my client is expecting to get with the money that they have to spend. No matter what budget a person is in, most of the time they expect more than what their money can actually pay for. And at that original meeting, I just go ahead and let them know, hey, I can help you find what you want, but realistically, here are the expectations, and be prepared to possibly sacrifice a couple of these areas. So if they've got 10 things on a list that they have to have in a home and they're searching under a price point of $250,000 or even $200,000, I just go ahead and tell them, hey, I can help you find a home, but let's lower this list down to the top 5 priorities that you need in your home, and this is going to be what we focus on. The third tip that I have for you is searching the market every single day. So once you tell your agent that you are ready to buy, they should be searching the market for you every single day, essentially. And this is very, very important when you're buying at a more modest price point, because there's lots of competition, and a lot of times the houses that are the nicest tend to go a lot faster. So if you have $350,000 that you are looking to spend on a house, I can go and search the market, and there's probably 5 or 10 new houses that pop up every single day for you to choose from and for you to explore. But when you're searching at a price point that's lower, generally there's less homes that come on the market every day, if one even comes on the market every day. And you want to make sure that as soon as that house gets on the market, your client knows about that property. Now, if you're watching this video and you're not an agent and you're actually in the process of buying a home, I highly suggest that you go ahead and search the market a couple of times a day as well. Just set a reminder in your phone at certain times. I don't know, maybe when you get up in the morning, lunchtime, and right before you go to bed, to search RealTracs or whatever website you choose to search for properties. Now, your agent should be doing this for you, but they may not do it 3 or 4 times a day. I only search the market once a day, and that's in the morning when I get up. So if something comes on the market later on throughout the day, I'm not going to see it until the next morning. And sometimes that can make a huge difference. I have seen a lot of really nice stuff up under $200,000 pop on the market, and it's gone within a matter of hours. So as a buyer, I would go ahead and be proactive and search the market myself, just to help my agent out just a little. Fourth tip I have for you guys is to be the first person to see the house. The lower your price point, the more competitive the market is. So you want to be the first person there, and you want to get first dibs on that property. So this means, as an agent, sometimes you've got to push your clients to go see the property today. Stress to them that we need to see this property today. Remind them that if we do not look at this property today, it may not be here tomorrow. As a buyer who wants to get the most for your money, you've got to make sure that you're making yourself available to go see houses. And if you do not make yourself available to go see these houses as soon as they get on the market, and to make sure that your offer gets in first, then there's really not much that I, as an agent, or any other agent can do to help you or to help increase your odds if you're not actually the first person there looking at the house. And then the fifth tip that I have for you guys is to put in the best offer that you can possibly put in. So this particular house here, we are going to put in an offer, and the offer is going to be over the listing price. Now, this is the first time I have ever suggested a client to put in an offer that is over the listing price. Generally, as an agent, you want to get a client a house for the lowest money possible, and then also negotiate any type of extras such as closing costs. Sometimes that is not in the best interest of your client. I suggested that my client put in an offer that is higher than the listed price. One, because I know that my client really likes this house. Two, because this house meets 90% of what my client said that they wanted and needed. And three, I feel as if my client would be upset and a little bit disappointed if we did not put in an offer that guaranteed he was going to get this house. At the end of the day, what we offer on the house is basically up to my client. And then one last small tip that I have for you guys is put in a time restraint on how long the seller has to respond to your offer. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope this was helpful for you buyers out there who are having a hard time buying a house in a market where houses seem to be unaffordable. And I also hope that this helped those of you agents who are in the same situation and trying to help people find the best home that you can find them for their money. So let me know, was this information helpful? If you've got other tips and tricks on how to negotiate and to find the best deal possible for your clients, then leave me some comments below, and I will see you guys in my next side hustle. Bye.